And good morning, everyone. I'm glad to see you here. We're off to another great start. I do hope your day is treating you well as we travel along on this morning. I just noticed I had a technical difficulty. That's why I got kind of thrown off there. We'll see if I can't get that fixed here in just a little bit. I'm not good at technical difficulties, but we'll see what happens. Up and coming. I hope your day is going well. Right now, we're sitting at 57 as we begin this day. A high to reach, somewhere around 86 today. Nice weather. And I'll have to do some things the old-fashioned way this morning. You'll have to excuse me. I won't have as easy push button as I normally do. Trying to get somebody that can sort of fix things. All right, let's get things going as we look at this. What went on yesterday? Let's go over a few things. Let me see about radar. Where are we on radar today as I try to get my bearings kind of straightened out here? And we'll just have to, I'll just have to talk about it because I can't seem to grab that quickly with the way things. Let me hit a button, make sure it's not going to start working, and no, it's not. So everything's the old-fashioned way as I travel along this morning. Again, my apologies for what's happening, but we're on. We'll get things going. We can talk as we go along. All right. We begin today as we look at radar this morning. I'm showing some fog around Gadsden, Chattanooga, Mississippi, exactly all clear today. Very, very good stuff there. Nothing wrong with us as we begin today. Great weather. A little bit cooler than we normally have, isn't it? I like this. Maybe it'll stay with us. We'll look at your forecast here in just a moment as we expand on what's going on. All right, as we look across, don't forget today a little bit different in the Meridian area as we will have a traffic advisory. The bridge under I-20 is going to be closed for the next 3 weeks. Remember, if you're traveling north on that from Chick-fil-A, that area, toward 39, you're going to encounter the roadblock. You'll have to get on the interstate, go up to Jimmy Rogers and come back down. It will be a mess. And again, this is going to last about 3 weeks as they work on the bridge there. I don't want that to be catching you off guard today at lunch and you have 10 to 15 minutes to get somewhere and, well, it turns out bad for you. That's what we don't want to happen today. All right, let's see here. I was glancing down to see if I could, I don't think I can grab that easy. It's amazing how something can work and then all of a sudden it doesn't. All right, I do see where I can do that. This may not look as good as it normally does, but I think I can pull this up here like that. I can. It doesn't look as clear as it normally does, but there we go. What we've got, we did have shots reported last night on 29th Avenue. It's great. No one was injured. No one was hurt. That's the good news with that. But shots did happen yesterday. Let me see what else we had. Wrecks filled the air yesterday afternoon. Had a very serious wreck that was reported on Highway 45 South. This would be just out of town, like you were going toward the Clarkdale community, right before you get to where the Dollar General is. There was a serious wreck yesterday afternoon. Blocked traffic for quite some time. We do hope everyone is okay with that as emergency vehicles fill the air. And again, I'll pull it up like this so you can at least see something. It's not the clearest, but as we look at what went on yesterday, that's where we were. Do hate that happened. We also had another wreck, Highway 493, as we had a car in the curve. It was 3 cars involved as one hit a trailer that was hauling a tractor. The first reports that we got of that was a tractor had been hit once again, as we know how that turned out a few weeks ago. And it turned out to be just minor injuries in the curve there by Lee's Bait and Tackle yesterday afternoon. Fortunately, nothing major, and we're very thankful of that as we continue with what happened there yesterday. Let me show you a picture of that. And again, this is going to be kind of rough as we look at this. Let me hit that. That's a bird's eye view of a car upside down there. In front of it, if you'll see right here, to your left, there was a truck that had been rear-ended and had a tractor on it there in that curve there. What a mess it was. Boy. All right, as we move along this morning and look at other things that are affecting the nation, we come to the burglary that happened North Hill Street. As we've talked and talked over the last few weeks, crime has become quite an issue. It keeps expanding. At one point, I guess you could say, well, it's only happening right here. It doesn't happen anywhere else in Meridian. Well, that's not the case anymore, as we've seen crime grow and grow. It's reached North Hills. And yesterday, as we found out after daylight and store owners arrived, a tobacco store named Smoky 2 would have been hit. And they did get hit. Thousands upon thousands worth of dollars of inventory was taken in the wee hours of the morning. They broke in twice, as a matter of fact. Video footage shows them arriving at 1:35 a.m., taking a few things, and I guess as the night went on, they got a little braver. So they came back at 2:40 and then emptied the entire stock that the store had. As you have stock in the back of the store to refill your smokes and different things, they took it all. Where does the crime stop? We don't know. But if you own a business, you live and work in this community, be really alert. Make sure you've got cameras, alarm systems, anything that you can to notify you to be able to get in contact with police for them to arrive to stop these criminals as they take it out. And as gas prices rise, as expenses rise for the nation, criminals get braver every day. This is no secret that I'm telling you. You know that. Well, they definitely don't want to work, so they're going to take what's yours. The Meridian Police Department is looking for someone. I don't know if you've had a chance to read this, but let's pull this up where you can see this. They need your help finding LaMarcus Tucker, a suspect, as you'll see right there. If you know where this gentleman might happen to be, contact the Meridian Police Department. Let them know what you know. Boy, boy. As we come across, we also had, and I have not gotten to the bottom of this, of what went on with this, out near Russell Christian Academy, Tumsuba yesterday, we did have power lines down and numerous fires that were sparked from down power lines. As a matter of fact, Russell Christian Academy had to turn out early due to the lack of power yesterday afternoon. No injuries involved with any of this, but it did interrupt the day as we look at everything that happened there. Boy, you want to talk about breaking news as we start looking across the state. Text messages were released yesterday. Now, this has been, what's the word? It is definitely a white-collar crime, without a doubt, as we find out more and more about the scam that happened in Mississippi, and we're talking about the welfare scam. Yesterday, text messages were released from former Gov.Phil Bryant, to where he had texted the lady that has been sentenced to jail, and also Brett Favre, for the funding of USM, that volleyball stadium. And it does show that the governor, in some shape, form, or way, was well aware of what was going on, trying to secure the funds. It's even made national headlines now. As we saw, the prosecutor on this was relieved of his job by the current governor. That doesn't look good, does it? Now, I don't have any information to accuse the governor of anything. It just didn't look good. I'm sure this is going to get deeper and deeper. Again, welfare funds totaling millions upon millions of dollars were misused in areas where they shouldn't have been. I think we'll find out more about this as the volleyball court, which looks to be built by those funds, by everything that is pointing there. It's been tried to keep on a low level to where no one knows about it, but it's getting thicker as those text messages were released yesterday. Of course, the two that are already in jail for their portion of this has said that they will help prosecutors in any way that they can. Not looking good for those folks that done wrong with state funds. And we'll find out more about just how deep the governor goes on this. We're trying to weave around more or less as you read the stories of this and, well, sidestep, find loopholes in the law to use that money for that. We're the poorest of the poor states, and the people that need the money need the money. And it needs to be used for that, not something else. And I think most people would agree with me on that. This is going to get worse before it gets better. I think most of y'all know that. I'm going to share that article here in just a little bit. And I hope that you'll read that to learn more about it as we learn more about this from the governor, what his involvement on this was. So, as we look around here, as we go west of here, Brandon, Mississippi, they have finally announced a new police chief. As the former police chief had been there 27 years, he's retiring from his career, and they welcome Chief Wayne Dearman to the Brandon Police Department. Now, Brandon, the reason I always bring them up is they do a lot of traffic stops on I-20, as well as Meridian used to, as they come through of drug trafficking. They do a lot of stopping in that area of people that do wrong. So we welcome him as police chief as they try to do that. We look to North Mississippi, Oxford, and a body has been found at what is referred to as the Ole Miss Beach, which is just west of where Oxford is. Someone was camping and come up on a body. They have identified the person. He was a 21-year-old from Memphis, Tennessee. They have confirmed that his parents have been reached. He was identified as Jeremy Key. No information yet as to why he was there, but he was found face down on the beach there in an area that was getting revitalized. And as they said, no one should have been in that area. We do hope no foul play is involved in that. Mississippi Highway Patrol investigating 3 fatal accidents this week as we go down toward Brookhaven, that area. We've had another accident this week that claimed a life. It's just so horrible that we even have to bring up subjects like this, but it does happen across our state. Do you remember a few weeks ago, maybe it was a little over a month ago, a gentleman passed through Vicksburg, 87-year-old guy, in a boat, paddling with oars. What was he doing? He was trying to set the record for the oldest person to paddle down the Mississippi. Well, he's done it. He's gone down in the Mississippi, well, actually in the Guinness World Book of Records as being the oldest person ever to do that. He's known as Dale Graybeard Sanders. Took him 87 days to do that. Well, I'm glad it was him and not me. I don't think that would excite me at all. But an honor in itself as well. I'm glad he made the Guinness World Book of Records by doing that. So now you know if you're 88, you can go break that record. Cracker Barrel has temporarily shut down in Jackson. Why? Well, due to the water problem. I'm sure that each restaurant in the Jackson, Mississippi area has got issues. There's only so much bottled water you can bring in to keep going because you have to have that to cook and clean and do whatnot. It's got to be rough on the restaurants in that area there. This is a serious situation there in Jackson with this water. The residents, everyone involved with this. Out in Texas, they've arrested a Vicksburg man for murder. Authorities arrested Jason Dixon for a shooting that happened at Big T Plaza. Happened this past Saturday there. Mississippi arrested. An argument broke out. Next thing you know, there was gunfire. He's been arrested there. Whew. Let's see here. What else do we have this morning that is going across? As we mentioned about the governor, we've also got, let's see what else. Booster shots this next year. How do you feel about this? Another round of COVID shots. They're welcome at health departments now that you might be able to go get you another one if you're wanting to update yours. It's still going on, there's no doubt. And again, make no mistake, a COVID shot does not keep you from getting the disease. I want to be clear about that. It does help in most cases of you having to go to the hospital. It doesn't say you want to get it. They've arrested someone in Vicksburg also for embezzlement from a Pizza Hut. That's not good at all, is it? No, it's not. Embezzlement, never a good thing there. Let's see here. We did have a Capitol Police officer involved in a shooting in Jackson. Northside Drive is where they went down a little after 10 p.m. He's not hurt, but he was involved in a shooting. As always, these investigations take a while. And I've gotten a lot of messages wanting to know all about what went on in Newton. I checked yesterday with Sheriff Jody Pennington, and there is no word yet of the 2 deaths that occurred in Newton County over the weekend. I've gotten a lot of requests about that. It is still under investigation. The sheriff promised me as soon as he got word that he could release information, he would pass that along to us. I haven't forgotten. I don't want y'all to think that I have. So that is one of the things that that we're working on behind the scenes to make sure that we pass that information along to you. All right, let's move to the weather. And again, I'm doing things a little bit different as I don't have all of my keystrokes to work with this morning. Let's see if I can make this work here. I think I can. We'll be able to look at the weather here. All right, let's look at this. And again, it's kind of working halfway, so to speak, as I find out part of my equipment just blinks and goes away overnight. All right, let's look at this. This is where we are on weather this morning. As we pull this up, we've got record highs and record lows today. It was 1980 that we set the record for 101 today. Wow. Back in 1902, we set the record, there we go, for the record low 43 in 1902. That was a chilly day, wasn't it? Sitting at 57 this morning. As we look here, what we expect today, sunshine today, 86 is what we've got. That is good news. Not bad at all there. Sunshine throughout the area there. We'll get down to 86 there in Hattiesburg, over to Brookhaven, 84 as we go across to Alabama. Pretty much the same weather as the Mississippi side. We're looking at 85, 86 there in Livingston, Alabama. So there we go. All right, as we look across what's going to be coming in the next 6 to 10 days, we do have temperatures that are a little bit above average is what we're going to expect. A cooler front back here in the west as we look at this. As we move forward to look at our 6 to 10-day outlook, 6 to 10 day. I said that wrong, I think. 86 today. We'll expect 59 tonight as we've got that cool 57 right now. By tomorrow, up a little bit, 87, and we're going to start climbing a tad higher there, 88, 89 for the remainder of the week, all the way toward Tuesday, still holding at 88. But the rain chances are so slim, as you see, they're only a 10% chance. Not bad at all. As we come across to look at the extended forecast through the 28th, our biggest chance of rain will come on the 26th. Not all that far off. That's on the way, though. We're getting really close on this outlook of getting toward October, aren't we? Rain chances are slim. We'll see some 90-degree weather before it's all said and done. As we move across, what is happening here? Well, something to start paying attention to. A 50% chance of a storm from the National Hurricane Center. Wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. Let's hope nothing becomes of that. But it does look as though this could turn toward the Gulf. It'll either go here or right through here. We'll start getting models on this before long to be able to let you know more. And they'll update this a little after 8. Maybe we'll know more information on that. Make sure you got those generators ready. We're not out of this season yet. As we come across, what are the best times to fish today? Well, here we go from Chet's Paint and Body. Chet's letting us know that today you can go out about 10:30 to 11:30. From 10:30 to lunch will be a great time to go fishing today. It's what we've got, a light north wind becoming 5 to 10 miles an hour this morning. That's a quick look at things of what we've got shaping up this morning. A little bit shorter today since I've got things not working correctly. I'm going to try to get those fixed before the next show. So thank you for coming by and joining us. I appreciate each and every one of your comments. And thanks for joining us as we begin a new day and we get a chance, well, to maybe fix things we didn't do right yesterday. I'll see you soon in about an hour from now. Thank you so much for dropping by, and we'll see you soon here at the Scotty Ray Report.